Hello, welcome to DK Boljat. I'm glad you're here with me and Watson sitting right there, my cat. I didn't invite you, buddy, stay back. I'm going to make some background color to paint over a little canvas. I just painted red. And if you did that video with me, that's plenty of phthalo, so I don't know if you noticed. This is titanium white. And it's just the regular titanium white. This is transparent mixing white. I'm going to see the difference when I mix them together. But I have a little bit of phthalo here. This is the green shade. And I'm going to grab a little bit of ultramarine blue. Just a little bit. So that, let me go back to the phthalo blue is golden paint. And the ultramarine blue is Liquitex Basics, which means it's a student grade. And I'm going to grab the painting, which is drying. I set it on a stand so it could dry. And hopefully it's dry. We'll find out soon enough when I start painting the canvas itself. I'm going to get a 1-inch brush. And yeah, I'm glad you're here today with me. Yeah, we'll find out soon enough if this is dry. So I have a 1-inch brush. As you can see, it's a well-loved 1-inch brush. And I also am I'm going to use the smaller brush to see what this color comes out like when I mix it with this is transparent white. I've never used that before. I just bought it on a whim. Grab a little bit of that phthalo, don't need much. Mix it with the transparent. Now I don't know how that's going to dry. You can paint it in the back of this palette. Plenty of blue in that. This is titanium white. Not the regular transparent one, just the regular titanium white. And I showed you that's from, the phthalo blue is from Golden, and the Basics Acrylic Liquitex is the ultramarine blue. So that's what phthalo blue looks like with titanium white. And then I've got more pigment in the mixing white, which is transparent. I'm going to need a lot to cover this canvas, especially because the whole background is going to be the white, but it's going to be lighter at the base. It's an optical illusion when you look out at the sky and the ground. You'll see that the sky closest to the ground, to the landscape, is usually lighter looking than the sky at the top, you know, way up in the sky, which is pretty intense blue if it's a beautiful sunny day and warm. Okay, I am going to wet this down just because it's a little out of control. I'll wipe it off, make sure it's not got a lot of water on it, and go into this phthalo blue and white that I have here, titanium white. And I don't know that I'm going to use the transparent. I'm used to the titanium white. I could probably grab a little of transparent. What's that going to do? We're going to find out. This is transparent mixing white and phthalo blue. And then at the top of the canvas, it's going to be darker than it is at the base. A little bit of that. A little bit more blue. There we are. Mix more of the color together. I'll just take all of the mixing white, huh? You see how it does across the top here. This is acrylic paint. And yes, I want to cover up most of it. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a little red showing through, huh? I suppose. There we are. I may have to go back up there, I don't know. But for now, I'm going to stay in the front of the canvas, getting more of the paint on my brush. And I put out the ultramarine blue because I wanted to see what it would be like if I mixed a little bit of that in there. This is a little darker blue. grab a little bit. Today's experimentation, I guess. Mix both of them together. We'll call it Beautiful Blue. It's just gonna be Beautiful Blue. There we go. A little bit more phthalo. I want the darker part of it to be up top here. So it looks like it is so far. Just paint this in the front. And then all the way across and working down. I don't want it to pick up the red in the background because that would make a different color altogether. I think it does make a difference what you put on there as gesso, which was the red. I think it makes a big difference on your painting. I have used up all the white, that's fine. Switch hands, we'll just keep going. You know I'm going to want to go over this with oil. That's what I do. We'll start with the acrylic first. And I'm going to also put it over the sides. This painting will be all the way around the sides. I like doing little paintings of hummingbirds. Hummingbirds bring joy to me, and I think that if I do a little painting, I'm selling a little piece of joy, you know, that somebody can have in their home. That's what they are. I have hummingbird feeders up around the yard, and it is January 2026, so it's cold. It's cold. It has gotten pretty cold, and they're still hanging in there. They're Anna's hummingbirds, and they love it here, so I'm glad they do. Okay, I'm gonna get a little on the sides. Let's flip you this way and get the sides on here. Now if I keep brushing this, it's going to pick up the red, and I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and get more paint. I need more white on there to make it, because I have used up the white. I'll grab that. And this is Artist Loft White. It's fine. It works. It's titanium white paint, and it's almost gone. We'll get more in there. There we go. Oh yeah, we got it. Typically I use Liquitex or Blick. Okay, a little bit more. We're going to go on the bottom here of this painting and get more of the titanium white and then the phthalo blue. And that noise you hear in the background, if you hear it, that's Watson. He's on the table here with me. Okay, side to side with the titanium white and phthalo blue. All the transparent white has been used up, that's fine. I'm gonna get it on the sides. There we are. And get more. Mixing it up. There's plenty of blue in there. Don't need any more blue. Might need more white because I added too much blue. I usually don't do that. I usually take from both sides, get a little bit more ultramarine, and I'm going to add white to it, which I was almost out of white, so we're going to see what we can do here. Get it out. And we'll just put the brush into the white. There we go. And then I'm going to go around the sides. There we are. I'll put in that sky. I'm making sure I'm not leaving any clumps of paint on the edges, right where it goes from one side to the other. I need to make sure there's no clumps of paint there. Okay, get you on this side too, if I can pick it up without getting paint on my hands. Maybe on my hand, on my palm. There we are. Okay, gonna paint that. Yeah, I'm glad you joined me today. We're gonna get this sky in one way or another. It's gonna be fine. We'll get it all in. There we are. There we are. And I've almost got it covered. There we are. I think that's pretty good. Going across. I want to make sure it doesn't have any residual, like I said, extra paint on the sides here. And then I'm going to start putting in a background tree. You know, off in the distance. So it's going to have to be blurry, which is fun. It's fun to do. It's got plenty of blue in it. I just want white. I dipped into it and it got blue in it. There we are. It's fine. Can always fix it. So I'm going to get a larger fan brush and I'm going to get green and put it on this palette and start painting in the tree. I also have a 1-inch brush I'm going to grab. And then Hooker's Green is going to be my favorite go-to for the green tree. I think that'll work. Wait, we got this guy right here. This will work. All right. So for the tree, I'm going to use, this is a wash brush, and it's like a 1-inch brush, so either one would work. And then a number 6 fan brush. And I'll put the color on the palette. And that my brush is dry. I don't have any water in it. No water, it hasn't been dipped in water. And I'm going to just start with the green, put it on here. I think I've got plenty to start with. I can always get more if I need it. I'll have this close by. And I have done this image before, but I love it, so I'm just going to keep doing it. Okay, so I'm going to put the top of the tree in. We'll just tap it where it's going to go. Maybe like that. There's the, we're going to pretend like that's the trunk. That'll work. Wipe off the blue paint because it's still wet. This is like a wet on wet acrylic technique. And I'm going to tap in where the tree branches go. And here in Oregon, they go up. They don't, yeah, it's not like it goes down, you know, like, not like so. It's going to go up. And these guys are broken in places. That's fine. We'll just let them be broken. It is nature. And you know what's cool is when I tapped in the, right here, when I tapped in the green, it removed the blue to where you can see the red canvas. I'm going to leave it like that. I may end up covering some of it, but yeah, it's bringing down to the red canvas, which is good. I'm going to put in more branches. I mean, this tree is pretty healthy for being out in nature. And then I'm going to blend it, so that'll be fun. Because I want it to be more background. It's not going to be all textured like it is right now. It's a fir tree. Okay, we're going to leave it like that. I'm going to wipe this off, rinse it off, get some of the green off, and try to get it pretty much clean. Let's see if we can get it kind of clean. There we go. And I can take this other brush and just tap over it to kind of blend the two colors. This is a fan brush. I need to pay attention and see if it's turning out the way I want it to. And I think I'm going to use a different brush to blend it with. So that's going to be fine. I will use a little guy right here so it's not extending out into the sky. I'm just bringing back the little bit of sky that was there. I'm blending it. You know what's going to work really well for that is the oil paint would do it really well. We're using acrylic right now, getting that picture in, sort of in a sketch. And as you can see, it's bringing up the red canvas behind it, which that tree could be kind of sick. Yes, all of a sudden it's become sickly. You know, I don't know what to say. It's just happening as I'm painting. That's okay. It's nature, as I said before. We're okay with that. Getting any extra chunks of paint off of there. There we are. Just sort of a blender brush. Okay. And I will definitely put more tree color in when I'm painting the oil paint on here. I'm going to dab with a paper towel and try not to pick up too much where the sky is. I mean, I could do the sky again in this area. Oh, well, there you go. That's what it does when you dab it with paper towel. So I will put more paint there. It'll be fine. It brings up all the red. And just put a little bit on there. That's going to be good enough, I think. I will put more on there when I have oil paint. There we are. Okay. I think that's pretty good. What's going to happen if I pull across with this? Is it the light blue? I think it is. Let's try. I don't want to put green on here in areas I don't want. Rinse it off. I'm going to do another one. Just pulling right into the green with this brush that had the sky color on it. Wait, was that in the green? Let me see if I can get it off of there. There. I'm gonna make sure and not put green on it. That would not be pretty. Well, it might be, but that's not what I'm going for. Okay. It's all pretty much cleaned off. It's gonna work better when I got the oil paint and I'm doing it with oil paint. It blends so much better. Nothing against acrylic. It's easier to blend. There we go. Oil paint is easier to blend. There we are. That works. I got more green on this brush. I like the red showing through. It'll add interest to the painting. And what I can do when it's all dry is paint the sky over it again. Push the tree back. I could do that. We'll see what happens. We'll see what I end up doing. There we are. And on your painting, your tree could be different than this. That's okay. Let it be different. I'm a-okay with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna rinse off the green on the brushes. And then I've got little vines here. These little vines require brown to make the vines. So I have the green left over from the tree right here. I'm gonna add a little quinacridone red with it. Golden. Green and red are great complementary colors. We'll make our own brown, even though I like burnt umber. Just for funsies, I'm going to do my own brown here. And these branches are from clematis. They're from the clematis. So there, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Let me bring it down here just in case. My palette is a mess, but I don't care. I'm going to go with brown. It's been used. There we go. It's being loved. There we are. Love that palette. There's some brown. Yes, and I'm going to load this brush nice and round. And I will put in a branch in the foreground. It's going to come across in front of the tree and up in the air. Yes, it's breaking up. It's okay. I'll do it again. I like it better made because it's got red and green in it and you can see it. Okay, we're going to put the edge of that in. There we go. And I have more of the sky color. And I'm going to put on this little tiny brush that I have here and put it right onto this branch underneath where it's kind of bleeding a little bit of brown. I think I will paint the sky color over it again. It's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. Could use a script liner, might be better. Let's see, I'm going to get a little white. And there's some more white coming out. There we are, plenty of white. Enough white for many paintings, that's great, I'm set. back painting with the sky color. Okay, there we are. I can blend this out. Use a fan brush to pull it too. I kind of want that branch to go up further. Maybe be more right. Well, it'll be fine because the hummingbird can be right there. We'll leave it low. And I'm going to blend that edge with a brush that isn't covered with paint. There we go. I'll just pull that paint out and blend it into the paint that was already there. There we are. And we're going to need to do more of that branch is going to go in there. There we are. I'm going to see if I can find a script liner. They're all organized here. There it is, right there. Let me try that. That might be more fun. Let's do a script liner. And this is a, goodness, what size are you? Well, it's small, I know that. Looks like a 2, but it's pretty small. And you wet it down and then go into the brown paint. I made that brown paint. We'll get some of that delicious brown paint and put it on here. It's green and red. There we are. And then we're going to put in the rest of that branch. I can just take it right off the canvas too. Okay, I'm gonna go one more time over it. This is a clematis. It's actually a pink clematis, flowering pink clematis on my front deck. And this painting is a 6 by 6. But you can make yours any size you want. There we go, that's pretty good. And there's some more gnarly branches lower, and I can get to those next time. I use the script liner, it's right there. I need to tape off where the number is on the brush. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. We got a good base put in today. When this dries, I can go over it with blue and then put it back in, which is a fun part. I still want some of that red to show through, so I might leave it in spots. But thank you for joining me, and please like this video. If you like process videos, please like this video, and please subscribe to my channel. Share it with your friends and family. Yeah. I appreciate you being here with me, and I will see you in the next video. God bless you.